Well, it is another beautiful morning on the TRT. It is July 5th. The sun is shining. We've gotten out pretty early this morning. It is 6:42. We've been walking for about 10 minutes, so we got out at about 6:30. We got a short day today. We are only heading 9.8 miles to Spooner Summit. The reason being for that is that's our next water source, and the next reliable water after that isn't till 16.7. So instead of pulling a 28-mile day, which is almost superhuman, we're just gonna hike 10 miles and make our camp at Spooner Summit Campground. So me and Fancy Pantz have this crazy idea that we might try here. We were supposed to end at Spooner Lake today, only hiking 9.8 miles, which leaves us sitting in camp for a long time twiddling our thumbs, and I'm not the best sit stiller. Anyway, we are hiking with a guy and his son. We kind of been leapfrogging each other, and they're having a cab come to pick them up at Spooner Lake Summit at 11 o'clock. And we believe it goes by the Tramway Market, which is our destination for tomorrow. So we might join them on the cab ride down, get to that destination early. I know what you're thinking, but we're not gonna skip miles on the trail. What we wanna do is we wanna get down there, set up a camp down there, spend the night, and then take a cab tomorrow morning without our packs, just food and water we need in our shimogs for the day, and slack pack the 16.7 miles back in to the Tramway Market. And that'll put us right on schedule, and we'll have done all the connective miles on the TRT without skipping any sections. We don't know if it's gonna work out yet. I need to get some information once I get down there to make sure it's going to the right place. But yeah, I haven't slack packed since the Appalachian Trail. It was definitely fun to do. Fancy Pantz hasn't experienced the slack pack yet, so we're gonna give it a shot if we can. So, for about the last half mile or so, me and Fancy have been seeing these piled up logs that look like they're pre-made bonfires, which I'm sure is not the case, but we don't actually know what they are for. If anybody out there does happen to know what these are for, post something in the comments below and let us know. Well, here we are. We have arrived at Spooner Summit. It says the elevation on that sign over there. It says 7,146 feet. This should be the end of our hiking day. Well, we have got the taxi in town. We got dropped off at the Tramway Market and headed immediately next door to the Fox and Hound Bar and Grill, where we're going to have a couple of beers and some food. It's hard. You guys have any questions about the menu? Oh, blue moon. That's the stuff. Well, this is where me and Fancy have made our camp for the night, just a short distance up the trail, not far away from the Tramway Market and the restaurant. Tomorrow we get up early, head back up to Spooner Summit, and do a fast slack pack of about 16 miles all the way back down to the camp and pick up our resupply box at the Tramway Market.
Good morning, everybody. It is the 6th of July. We have a 16-mile slack pack we're going to do today, so it's time to get going.
Well, I'm taking a page out of Sugar Emery's book, and I'm having breakfast from a hammock. It's even a pater. He does it way better than I do, but you get the idea. Alright guys, I kind of wanted to show you what me and Fancy are doing for a slack pack today. So I talk about my shimog all the time and how it's multi-use. One of the things that I use it for is a day pack. There's been plenty of times where I slack pack on the AT and use this method. Sometimes you get to a place too where you want to do a peak bag and you stay up your base camp and you stay there for a day, and then you get up the next morning and you need to take your day pack to the top of a mountain. So if you're in a scenario like that, a shimog makes a great day pack. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pack my water, I'm going to pack my lunch, and a couple of snacks, my GPS locator, and I'm just going to wrap it up in here. Now I'm carrying my fanny pack today too. If you don't have a fanny pack, I recommend putting your med kit in this group, but I can just put my med kit in my fanny pack right here. And this should be enough to get you through the day. Make sure you always carry enough water to get you through the section. We got a 16-mile section today. I'm taking 3 liters of water. We're gonna be moving fast. That should be plenty for me. But what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wrap this stuff up inside the shemagh, take 2 ends, and just tie them together like so. Right, so that makes kind of a cup or a pocket. Let everything sink down in there. Then wrap it around you like this. And you're good to go. It's kind of like a day pack sling bag kind of a thing. I've used this several times. It's pretty comfortable. I don't have a lot of stuff bouncing up and down uncomfortably. And this is how I do my slack pack. Okay, so we hit trail just about 8:30 here. Slack packing, no backpacks. Yay! And the goal is to move fast today and get this knocked out. 15, 16 miles in about 6 hours.
Hey, this looks kind of like the texture of your bar.
Don't eat that. That's granite. Well, it's almost 2 o'clock. I had to check my phone to find that out because my watch died. Out of all the things I got charged yesterday, forgot to charge my watch. We got a beautiful view of the lake coming in. We should be back to the camp probably in less than half an hour, I think. We're hauling today. It's easier to move when you don't have a full pack. Vista. That is indeed a vista. All right, Tahoe Rim Trail, but that KBS is Kingsbury South. Yep, Kingsbury North, Kingsbury South. Tahoe Rim both directions, that says south. Well, that is I think our road that exits back out to where the tramway market is. 207 or 270, I can't remember. I'd have to look at gut hooks. But right down here across the street, there should be a set of stairs for us to get to the other side, up on the trail where we set up camp. All right, we did it. Oh yeah. This is the spot. A little trail magic. We won't take that though because we have a little water left and then the store's not too far away. First we gotta get across the street and make sure our camp has not been messed with without dying. Our camp's just set up here off the road a little bit. There's a little side trail here right off of the TRT. That we spent the night at last night. We were in town for a while, so nobody messed with our camp then. I don't think anybody would. Just one of those things you kind of worry about just because you've left your stuff. But our camp should be up here. Camp is fine. My backpack's still hanging up Nothing has been messed with. All right, now got my bear canister loaded up from camp. We're gonna go into town, get our resupply box, fill up water bottles, and get our resupply organized for tomorrow. There is a water source at a creek, according to Gut Hooks, about a mile from here, so we just need enough water for camp tonight, and then we can do a full fill at that tomorrow morning as we head on. So yeah. Hello.
Hi.
So I do believe we had a hiker package mailed here.
Okay. Is this you?
Yeah, it's for two of us, so.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so here's our resupply box. It's got kind of the same goodies you've been seeing us eat along the way. I got my pro meal bars, some tortillas, my protein powder from Herbalife, some nuts and dried fruit for me, and some junk food for Fancy Pantz. This one's got some almond butter in it. Some of the dinners we've had before, the pesto penne, the polenta, lots of tuna meals, our granola with dehydrated milk. That's pretty much a staple for us on the trail for breakfast. Coffee, little coffee pouches, more junk food for Fancy Pantz, more fruit for me. So yeah, skirker beans with rice and Fritos. Some CR7. This is another Herbalife product that we've been using. This is a hydration packet, and it also flavors water because water gets boring sometimes. So yeah, resupply for two. Now we just gotta get in our bear canisters. Well, it's last beers and appetizers in town here before we head out tomorrow, and we won't see civilization again for 3 days. So, cheers.
Well, good morning, everyone. It is July 7th at 5:50 in the morning. We have 12 miles to do today to get to Star Lake. Not a huge day. I think it's time to get up and have that morning cup of coffee. That is the way to start a day.
Well, it is 7:10 in the morning. We are just getting out of camp. The goal for today is to reach Star Lake, which is 12 miles down trail. And while that's not our longest day on trail by far, the name of the game today is up. We're starting our hike at about 7,000 feet of elevation, and are going to be just over 9,000 feet at Star Lake. So, onward. Well, that's something we certainly don't see every day.
Welcome to our little herd.
Awesome.
That's Bosco and Oatcake and Sharky and Jon Snow.
Oh wow, Jon Snow, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
Hey, you too.
Did I find?
Uh-huh. Well, that is something you certainly don't see every day. You never know what you're gonna find out on the trail. Star Lake, 9 miles. And 87 miles left on the trail before we're back where we started. Getting closer. Star Lake, 5 miles away. And we hit the state line again. New state line. Back to California. Now this just pretty much reminds me of the desert. That was a nice climb. We've arrived at Monument Pass. Wow. it would appear we have arrived at Star Lake. Well, that was a pretty tough day. It's pretty hot out today. It was only 12 miles to Star Lake, but it was a pretty significant climb. We definitely had well over 2,000 feet of gain. Some of the grades were pretty steep, but man, talk about the rewards. This place is gorgeous. Hey guys, I am enjoying my cup of coffee by Star Lake this morning. Just slept in. It is almost 8 o'clock in the morning. We're not packed up and out of camp yet. We're getting a late start. We really felt like sleeping in. It is beautiful here. Today is looking like a 14.4 to Big Meadow. We have a 500-foot climb to start our day. I'm just gonna finish up coffee, have some breakfast, and then we're gonna get started.
We need to invent a solar toaster that's backpackable.
What?
We need to invent the backpackable solar toaster. With crushed tarts, it's always hard to get. Because that's what we really should call them on the trail. They're called Pop Tarts because they pop out of the toaster. Out here, they should be called crushed tarts. And then they're called what they do, right?
Oh yeah. Right out of the gate, we're climbing up above Star Lake. Headed that way. All right, got to figure this spot out. Armstrong Pass Trail. These are not the places we need to go. I don't see my blaze. Big Meadow, 9 miles. I'm gonna guess that's probably the direction we need to go. I don't see the typical TRT blaze. But since Big Meadow is our destination, I'm gonna guess it's this way. Check the gut hooks real quick, I guess, so I don't have to guess. And yeah, it looks like we're going this way. All right, Big Meadow, 2 miles. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Pretty good.
Oh, howdy.
Hey,
See those bears last night hanging up on the ridge?
is that what that was?
Yeah. They come down and like bug all the campers or no? No. So we were camped at like the point upwind of everybody. So, so like they were essentially coming from the border.
Some hummus? Sure. I won't turn down hummus. Okay. Well, looks like that way to the campground. All right, Tahoe Rim Trail, Big Meadow Trailhead. Alright guys, so what we decided to do is that when we got to the Big Meadow Trailhead parking lot, we decided that we were going to go ahead and get an Uber into South Lake Tahoe, get a bed, a shower, some creature comforts for the night, and then stay here tomorrow night too. So we're going to slack pack, it looks like. Do another slack pack, which was really awesome the last time. The section from Big Meadow Trailhead all the way up to Echo Summit, which is about 16 miles, and then get an Uber back down to the hostel and then stay at the hostel again. So we have cleaned ourselves up. There's Fancy. We don't smell bad anymore. We're clean. And I am talking to T-Rex. I don't know if all you guys can see her on the screen or if it's just like a white glow, but we're having a conversation right now. And we're about to go get something to eat. Beer. It's part of what's for dinner. Hey, Fancy. You're on camera.
Clank.
He has to say clank because we have plastic cups. Wow, going from the trail out to a really busy tourist area like this is like getting whiplash. So we got ourselves some bangers and mash. Oh man, this is gonna be fantastic. All right guys, this is a maple sweet potato cheesecake. I've never heard of such a thing. And Fancy's doing the taste test right now.
What?
It's that good, huh?
Eat it now.
I want this at home.